Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
Welcome to Track Talk, your connection coast to coast and beyond in all the latest news, developments, stake race analysis, and interviews inside the world of thoroughbred horse racing. From California to New York, Florida, and Kentucky, we have you covered. It's post time, live from San Diego. It's Track Talk. And we welcome you on a Saturday morning live from San Diego. Welcome to Track Talk with our special guest, Luca, inside the studio. That's Tommy D's son. He brought all the goodies, the crackers, the juice. We're having a party here, aren't we, Luca? We're having a good party, too. And we welcome you on this Saturday as we get to Del Mar, as we take a look at this card at Del Mar today, the second big weekend of the November Bing Crosby meeting. The racing yesterday, pretty exciting to tell you the truth. The pick six returned 16,000. You had some nice price horses, and you had a good day over there, which was a lot different than Thursday because it seemed like it was pretty chalky Thursday. And it was. I think the highest price horse was like $7.80. Yesterday was quite different. And Tommy D, I know you went to work this morning. Welcome to the program. And are you ready for Del Mar at the Bing Crosby meet on this Saturday?
Oh, yeah. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, Bing Crosby, a very nice meet if you haven't got out for it. The weather is absolutely perfect here in San Diego at this time. My favorite time of the year is the fall, October, November. So if you haven't made it out, you got to check it out. But, yeah, yesterday a little bit more prices. The pick four paid a little bit. But we're going to be moving on to the, today. And I think, there's some value here. In the early pick five, I thought we'd possibly have a couple singles, but maybe a few spread races, including race one. But overall, I think, Del Mar, they got to keep that good profile going and, just sticking up for the sport, and I know there's a lot of bad talk going on about horse racing, and we just got to stay, unity as a group and as a team. Anybody that's involved, if you're an owner, you're a fan, you're a trainer, you're a jockey, it doesn't matter. As of right now, we need to stick together, Felix, because this is big time at this crucial point in Southern California. And there's some people speaking out. I know you said we might get a special guest tomorrow and get a couple other people on, but big time right now. We got to stick together. Stand up for horse racing. So next time somebody talks to them, get some good points and cover yourself. You know what I'm saying?
We got Oscar De La Torre. Oscar De La Torre is the gentleman who is the horseman advocate who organized the backstretch to come together to show unity is exactly what you were saying. He's going to come on here on the 9:15 mark of this radio broadcast, and we're going to welcome him to the program. I know they're calling it Celebrations at the Track. They have demonstrations going on to show unity. We'll find out a whole lot more in regard to what he has in line. And then tomorrow, Kathy G. from PETA, as well as Donna Barton Brothers, going to be joining us in a show that's designed to find out exactly what the hell more can California do than what they are doing. And it irritates me to see all the attacks on California horse racing, because the bottom line is that people really care about these horses and they take good care of them from their birth to getting them to the racetrack. And it's a ongoing process without any doubt. So, Tommy D, we've been this radio program, and I don't think our record needs to be disputed in regard to how supportive we are to California racing. While others were remaining quiet, we were promoting this game all year long under the adverse conditions that we have seen.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I'm wearing my Breeders' Cup hat, and I wear it around proudly. I know this is a tough time to wear it, but I'm wearing it, because I stand by the sport, and I know we had a beautiful 2 days events, and, unfortunately we did have an incident that went down, and, recently breakdowns are happening, but we have to make changes for the sport here. And we got to look to the future because it is a great sport. There's so many wonderful people in this game, Felix. And that's the thing is PETA and these other organizations going against horse racing, it's really, they're not looking at the big picture. Who's gonna give all these people jobs? Who's going to give every single one of these? There's so many people in the horse racing business, and these people love the animals. They do not have a clue what they're talking about. So, you know what? I just, I think there are some things that do need to change, Felix. I'm not saying we're a perfect sport, okay? I know we need to make some reforms and make the sport better, and especially to the visual, of the common, citizen.
No short on opinion is our man Zapper up there at Del Mar. He's in town this week, and good to see him and amazing Amanda yesterday at Del Mar. Zapper, top of the morning, 9:05 on a Saturday. Welcome to Track Talk.
Hey, good morning, Felix. And it is, I'm going to second what Tommy had to say. It is beautiful down here. I'm actually across the street by the Whole Foods Starbucks on the other side of the freeway, and you can hear birds chirping around outside here. Oh, yeah, there's a whole, bunch of birds, but it's beautiful out. Del Mar's been beautiful. Getting here, winning a race with Doc Wyco Cheeks yesterday was very nice for the Ciaglia crew. We kind of partied like it was, we just partied. We enjoyed ourselves, the weather, the people, the environment. Even though it's quieter at the racetrack at Del Mar in the fall, and it's cold on the grandstand side, Felix, it's a beautiful place to spend an afternoon, and should be beautiful today and tomorrow. So get in your car and leave L.A. or wherever you are and get down to Del Mar and go see the mayor of Del Mar, and I mean you, Felix.
I'm not the mayor, man. I've been under attack all week long, but I want to say that there's a 9-race card here, and if I have to prove myself to anybody how supportive we've been doing this radio program a long time, and I think that this radio station and this radio program stands on the positiveness of thoroughbred horse racing during its darkest hours. And all I say is, where were you when the fires broke out? I mean, Tommy D and I are part of this radio network, WS Radio, as well as Track Talk. We were out there trying to lend a hand to this tragic situation, and we were like Johnny on the spot. Tommy D, when this fire broke out, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, you called me immediately and said, we got to do something. You got in your car, and you met me at Del Mar. We then went to Lazy Acres, and we got bags of carrots to help these horses. We tried to do whatever we can, and we documented it.
Oh, definitely. It was something you have to take care of. And unfortunately, this is another situation. When the fires broke out, I think you saw, the community come together a lot more. We needed to come together now. I understand that was a different situation. People saw the horses in danger and they wanted to help. So maybe it was a little bit different. But at the same time, we've never seen the horse racing community come together like that, Felix, because we were there and there was thousands of people, including SeaWorld, other organizations. I know SeaWorld gets a bad rap by PETA, but you know what? They were out there with hundreds of volunteers too. So we need to get these. We need to get a lobby group. We need to get these big horse game owners to put some money together and lobby. We need to have some better lobbying for horse racing, and I think that's the key to keeping this game alive. And obviously, we got to do some reform to the game, but that's the big thing is you got to have some kind of PR department or lobby group, pay some people to lobby. This is what they need to do. We need to stay on top of this and be on top of PETA because, it's all about perception, Felix.
Yeah, without any doubt about it, and I talked to a lot of people this week, and I talked about lobbying, and the casinos have allocated $25 million to lobby for their rights and what their interests are, and quite frankly, I don't think that racing has $100,000, to tell you the truth, earmarked for what needs to be done, but. We are in tough times. We will fight through it. I think there's a lot of good people that are in place to promote this game. I know there's a lot of people that love this game, and I know, quite frankly, there's a lot of people that are brokenhearted at seeing it being attacked on a daily basis. So with that being said, I want to get to the racing action today because Hey, this is the second weekend of the Del Mar Bing Crosby meet, and we're going to hit the ground running here. I don't know if there's value in the first race, Zapper, or if we have to spread in this race, but would you do the honors? This is a beaten claiming group for 3 and upward, which have never won 2 races. We're going 6 furlongs. First post at Del Mar is at 12:30. What do you have, Zapper?
I was going to hope we back up, Tom. I just kind of sat down, and I'm turning my attention to the form.
Here you go. Here, I'll start it off, Zap. I go first.
Okay.
Take a look at race 1 here. I scratched my head here. I didn't love it, didn't like it, but I fell on number 6 as my top choice. Horse coming been off since January. Claiming 25 for Doug O'Neill. Cedillo riding really nice, 20% on 20 mounts at Del Mar, this jockey trainer combo. That'd be my top choice. 5 into a hot spot, Jeff Mullins. First time gelding here, 2-1 there. You probably want to put that one on. Dubba Nation broke its maiden last time by 2.5. Going 6.5, 5-2 there, and then the 3. I thought you had to spread a little bit here. Maybe even bully for Eric. If I was playing a pick 5 ticket, this might be one of the races I might spread since there's only 6 horses here, because I think there's 4 or 5 that could win this race.
Without any question, as far as your analysis in regard, Zapper's probably chomping down on a clone or a scone, I should say, not a clone. A clone of Zappers. I think that's what we need, or maybe a little bagel. And we're going to call our first time out here on a Saturday. Tommy D alongside Wade Taylor producing and directing. When we return, Zapper will finish his coffee or skim through that card at Del Mar, 9-race card. And when we return, Oscar De La Torre joins us here on the radio. Back with more Track Talk Saturday, live from the WS Radio Network.
Talk to me.
Have you tried DRF Formulator PPs at DRF.com? Take your handicapping to the next level with premium features not found in DRF Classic PPs, including one-click access to complete race charts, full-screen video replays with both standard and head-on views, add your notes for a card, horse, or trip, and access from any device. View Timeform US pace figures, get customized printing options, and so much more. Try DRF Formulator PPs today at drf.com/PPs.
This is Bill Gruber with BizVid Communications, a Southern California video production leader. We've been honored to sponsor, produce, write, and host many of the fine programs on WS Radio over the years. So we understand how important the internet and your website exposure are. As video producers, we know the tricks and secrets to incorporate video to increase your search engine optimization and business success. Visit bizvidcommunications.com to see what we can do for you. BIZVID communications.com.
Hi, everyone. Felix Taverna for Rough and Ready Moving and Storage. From down the street to across the country, if your move is too tough, you call Rough. That's my man, John Ruff, R-U-F-F, Rough and Ready Moving and Storage. Local or cross-country, military moves, corporate relocations, packaging, storage, they have it all in the Temecula Valley. That's roughandreadymoving.com. That's Rough and Ready, R-U-F-F, and readymoving.com.
Love to read but just don't have the time? With Audible.com, you can catch up on reading simply by listening. Audible has the largest collection of digital audiobooks, over 85,000 titles in every genre. Listen to a bestseller on your iPhone, BlackBerry, Android smartphone, or one of 500 other compatible devices. Visit audible.com/WS Radio today and get a free audiobook when you try Audible free for 14 days. That's audible.com/WS Radio.
The most trusted information provider in horse racing is now the leading logic in sports handicapping. The daily racing form has launched DRF Sports. Visit sports.drf.com to learn more and get the edge you need to win big. Access their exclusive database of trends and powerful angles for just $5 per week. And if you use promo code PENNY, you'll get your first week for just 1 cent. Visit sports.drf.com today.
Life is full of misadventures, from car crashes to home fires to getting choked out on the mat. Yes, I said getting choked out because I'm Carlos Kramer, jiu-jitsu competitor, MMA and media personality, and mild-mannered insurance agent. You can follow my adventures on Kick-Ass Radio, and I can protect you from life's misadventures at Kramer Insurance. Home, auto, life, business, and workers' comp. We're at KramerINS.com, and I want you to join my world.
Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
Welcome to Track Talk. All right, we are back here live, and that's right, you are listening to Track Talk on a Saturday morning, coast to coast, worldwide. As we scour the country, we're focusing our attention here on the Del Mar Bing Crosby meeting, and we are happily joined with my friend, who I have never met, but I've talked to him on several occasions, and I've been watching from afar. Actually, I did meet him through an introduction by Doug O'Neill. His name is Oscar De La Torre. He joins us live from Del Mar on a Saturday morning. Oscar, good morning, and thanks for joining us.
Yes, good morning. The pleasure to be on the show.
Our pleasure to have you on the program. Oscar, for the fans who are tuning in and might not be aware of who you are, share with us who you are and what your intent is on uniting California racing.
Yes, well, my name is Oscar De La Torre, and I'm born and raised in the city of Santa Monica, California, by the beach. So it's great to be here in Del Mar, where the surf meets the turf. Very, very nice racetrack here, and a great atmosphere. I'm a horse racing worker advocate. That's why I got started in this industry, and mainly to give a voice to backstretch workers, workers who, were very concerned about losing their jobs and the impact that an extreme ban on horse racing would have on them. A lot of concern, and I got involved, to make sure that they have a voice and that we're talking about the human cost of an extreme ban on horse racing. And so right now, what I'm inspired to do is to unite the industry, get everybody focused on ensuring that we have a voice in Sacramento, ensuring that people understand that this is a great industry that provides many jobs and many opportunities, and many lives would be impacted if there was an extreme ban implemented.
Well said, Oscar. Oscar, how long have you been doing this?
Well, June is when I actually really started, but my uncle worked in the backstretch. He used to work at Hollywood Park. When it closed down, he had a very difficult time trying to find a job, and so I understand exactly what happens, to families who would be forced, to terminate their profession, and so, that's really where my concern comes from.
Oscar, it would be an understatement to say that California racing has been tried and tested on so many different fronts, and it's not an easy task to deal with the outside influences who attack you day in, day out. Now, you've organized a group of backstretch workers in which I did catch your press conference at Santa Anita way back when I thought it was just beautifully done. And you have kept the momentum going. Now, you have situations or gatherings, you're calling them celebrations, that you have been doing at Santa Anita during the summer meeting at Del Mar, of course, back at Santa Anita, now back at Del Mar here for the Bing Crosby. And you have another one today. How are they going, and how do you view the impact that these celebrations, if I'm correct in stating that they are now called celebrations, because you're celebrating the unity of a very important figure and fact of the backstretch workers who are our lifeline of taking care of these horses 24/7. How are they been going?
It's been going great, and you're right. We started off organizing counter demonstrations, right? Because there's the animal rights extremists, they're out there and they're espousing, their narrative. Not all of it is accurate, so we wanted to correct that false narrative. And so we started off doing counter demonstrations, but then we realized that really what we needed was to celebrate the industry, to celebrate the good work that's being done. I mean, these are workers, as you said, they take care of these horses. The horses are under their care. The animal, people that are out there protesting, they're not out there working with the animals, or the horses. And these individuals here are the people that take care of the horses. And so, as we started these demonstrations, owners started coming through, trainers, jockeys. I mean, we had really a cross-section of the industry that started supporting these events. And so then we just said, we're going to call them celebrations. We started calling them the My Horse, My Job, My Life celebration. And it's been going great. We're going to be today in front of Del Mar Racetrack starting at 10:30 a.m. and we go all the way to 12:30, right when the first race starts. So we invite everybody to join us, and to counter the negativity, because there's a lot of fear that the other side is espousing, fear and negativity, and they show these images that are very horrifying, very traumatizing for children to see. Injuries that have happened that didn't happen at Del Mar. These are, false pictures, because it's not something that they're showing that happened at Del Mar. They're images that they've taken from the internet or from some other place. But in any case, we have to be out there, because the importance is to have presence. The media shows up. If we're not out there, the only thing that the media is reporting is the other side. And so we want to make sure that we have our side present and also advocating for, horse racing and the positive side of horse racing.
I agree with you. I was just wondering, Oscar De La Torre, who is an activist and he has organized the backstretch to come together to show how important that our unity is during these tough times. And doing this radio program for 2 decades, I have never experienced any backlash like we have over the last 10 or 11 months. I was wondering, Oscar, when you meet the enemy or the opposition, these groups that seem they could roll over you, do they have any idea of what goes on in the backstretch, how much love, protection, attention that is given to our horses? Do they have any idea, rather than just giving you lip service?
No, they really have no idea. In fact, we've invited many of them to come and join us, in the stabled area. We want to give them a tour, get them to see exactly what goes on, and they have decided to not take us up on our offer. So a lot of what they're espousing is ignorant. It's based on ignorance, and because they don't know for sure, what goes on in the backstretch, the amount of care, the amount of love that goes into, this profession, of horse racing, and the grooms and the hot walkers and jockeys. I mean, you name it. There's just a lot of people in this industry that wake up at 4 a.m. They're there taking care of the horses. And so, the animal rights extremists that I've talked to, they really don't have compassion for the workers. Their compassion is for the horse. And what I find very interesting is that they can't extend their compassion, that we have for the horses to the workers, and that's telling right there. I think we should have compassion for both, for horses and for workers, and we're trying to convince people that they should really reflect on what their demands, the impact of their demands, the consequences that their demands would have, on these families, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to educate them. Sometimes it falls on deaf ears, but sometimes, surprisingly, I hear some of the protesters out there that say, they hadn't thought about that. They hadn't thought about the human cost or the human rights, the workers' rights that they would be violating, by implementing an extreme ban on horse racing. So sometimes you do get, through to some, and people do see the light, so it's interesting when that happens.
Yeah, I would agree, and also, I've been reading, and I've been following through more so this week than ever before. I've been going into my research mode, and I've talked to a lot of people in regard to situations that have developed, and I believe that they've insulted your heritage, and they've insulted the workers being from an ethnic descent, and they have also been a little aggressive with one backstretch worker, and where they pushed him when he confronted them. So they believe that they have the right to insult and say anything that they want at any cost. Is that a correct assessment?
Well, I have run across some of that. I had a gentleman from their side. One of the protesters, told me, go back to your taco truck. I had another person here at Del Mar. He said, your people sound like uneducated monkeys. And so these types of comments that are really out of place and really just not good at all. It's unfortunate, but it demonstrates something, that there is a lot of ignorance on the other side, that some of these animal rights extremists are not the compassionate people that society would think they are, but they have a very extreme agenda, that I don't think that the American public agrees with. They want everyone to be vegan. They want they don't want to have humans to have a relationship with animals. Some of them are so extreme that they feel that it was a mistake, to domesticate dogs and cats. They feel that dogs would have been better off as wolves in the wild. That's why they say, that the horses are better euthanized than in the racetrack. They feel that the thoroughbred racehorse was a mistake by humans. So and that's the thing that's kind of really odd to me, is that they feel that the solution to horse racing is to kill off all the horses. So it makes no sense. They're out there protesting, allegedly, to defend and to protect horses, but yet their ultimate solution is to get rid of horse racing, to euthanize all these horses that were bred, for horse racing. And so it's an odd sort of dynamic that I've experienced, talking to some of these folks.
Yeah, I would agree with you totally. Once again, Oscar De La Torre is joining us, and if you're just tuning in, he is an activist for horse racing here, especially at Southern California, which he's done a great job. A lot of dirty laundry has been exposed, and a lot of darts have been thrown at thoroughbred horse racing. And I'm not just talking about this year. I'm talking about for a long period of time. And one of the remarks that was made is that racing never unifies. They never come together and fight the fight together. This has to be the first time I can recall that racing has come together outside of the St. Louis Ray fires, which I'm very, very proud of to say everybody in San Diego who was a part really went far and away of really doing a great job in trying to lend their hand or assistance. But getting back to the initial question that I want to pose to you, Oscar, is that, racing gets the bad rap that we never, ever organize. We never come together. I kind of feel a sense of unity. You've touched upon this earlier on. Do you feel the same way, that you're getting the least bit of resistance and you're getting more people to engage in unifying and fighting the fight? Because like you mentioned here, these animal activist groups, whatever they're called, I even hate to use their names and I refrain from using their names, but they're trying to ban horse racing, and they're trying to shed their desires onto others by means of attacking. And I want to ask you, quite frankly, are you satisfied with the response and the unity that Oscar De La Torre has received from the racing community?
It is pretty incredible that people are coming together. I think, for many years, people sort of worked in a silo. And now you can't. The reality is that we are under attack. It's a political attack. It's a new reality, for the horse racing industry. So people are coming together. We're seeing a cross section of stakeholders, being very interested, and not just in California. There's people outside of the state that are very interested in what happens in California, because whatever happens in California is going to have a nationwide impact. It's going to be an industry-wide impact. So there's a lot of people paying attention, a lot of people coming together, and I think what we're going to see, as we get stronger, as our movement grows, that the public is going to be much more informed about all the good that horse racing is, the amount of care and the love that goes into taking care of horses, that we also support reforms because we want to protect horses. You know, we love our horses, obviously. You know, it's the foundation of our industry, so we want to protect horses, and anything that's going to enhance protections for our horses, we support. And that's not what the public understands right now. You know, they don't know that. So the more that we inform, the more that we get the truth out, I think we're going to be better off. And that's, you know, it's important for the industry to be united. And we're providing an opportunity for people to come together and support this industry in front of Del Mar today, starting at 10:30 a.m. So if you want to come and support horse racing, you know, come and join us. We're inviting everybody to join us at 10:30 today in front of Del Mar. But yes, you'll see even in these celebrations that we are organizing, a cross-section of stakeholders. It's not just backstretch workers. It's trainers, owners, jockeys, a lot of, you know, horse racing supporters in general that come out and support the good work that we're doing and defending horse racing.
And let me endorse that and ditto that. I applaud you for some great work that you have done and kept at it. You're an articulate individual who is representing the message as fine as you possibly could represent, and you're transparent, and you have the interest of many at heart. There's a lot of fears in regard to which direction we are going and which road are we taking, who's going to lead us to be united. Let's go up to Del Mar, and Larry Zapp is waiting and standing by very, very courteously for us to get to him. And the Zapper for Oscar De La Torre, he's at Del Mar today. He's organizing a celebration, as you heard. You take it away, Zapper.
Hey, Oscar, congratulations on that video that was posted, that Doug O'Neill posted, where you dealt with the lady, you know, and, you know, you talked about them talking about getting backside employees maybe to flip a burger and don't understand the professionalism that goes into taking care of these exquisite and incredible athletes. I just want to thank you for organizing and being who you are. You've got the right demeanor for this. Donna Brothers, who came out with this beautiful blog this week, you and her right now are the leaders for the racing community, and we do need to band together, but what you're doing is phenomenal. I'm very, you know, I just wanted to, Felix, I just wanted to say one thing about what Donna Brothers had to say. She, this woman has been around horses her whole life, and she says it simply. What makes us love these horses is that they are gracious enough to let us go along for the ride. We need horses; they need us. And this sport is beautiful. And these are not animal activists. These are people who want to exterminate and extinct. We want to take care of. We have gone great lengths of taking care of these animals. We do everything possible before, during their careers, and after their careers. Jerry Hollendorfer just walked by me, and what has been done to him is a travesty. But the truth is, we have made changes. We have decided that we needed to make changes, and it's been a change for the better. And these horses are better off. Some of these horses don't make it to the races now and find a home through Karma and a couple of other organizations. So I just want to thank you and just tell everybody who's listening that we are under attack, but not by animal activists. These people don't want you to even have a dog or a cat. These are terrible people, and everybody involved in horse racing loves animals, all types of animals, and the care that goes into these thoroughbreds. Thank you, Oscar. Thank you, and I'll see you out there this morning. I'm going to stop by and just shake your hand.
All righty, that's Larry. You know, by the way, Donna Barton Brothers, who has been on our radio program going back to Vegas in the 90s, the late 90s, when she was still riding, I do believe, and she married the coveted and fantastic trainer Frankie Brothers, which now she is Donna Barton Brothers. And the blog that she wrote was pretty special. I spoke to Donna this morning. She's going to be on this radio program tomorrow, in addition to Kathy G from this activist group. And I wanted to say that I get irate
when I read statements that are force-fed to the press. And we're going to discuss this tomorrow, but she will be on. And I spoke to her real early this morning, and I can't thank her enough for reaching out. And I can't thank Oscar De La Torre for being here this morning enough as well, because, people gather what they read. And the Union Tribune of San Diego had a survey out this week of banning horse racing. And the lay public voted 78% to ban horse racing. And mostly it's because of what they read and what they see. I shared this with a couple people yesterday that on Monday, it was unfortunate last Sunday at Del Mar. It was extremely heartbreaking and brutalizing. And it really pains me like it might pain you out there if you're an owner, a trainer, just a racing fan, what have you. But I want to tell you that it pains me to see the lay public get force-fed again with misconstrued information. And I want to say that the media jumped on it. At 4:30 in the morning, lead story, Fox 5 San Diego, was the situation that developed at Del Mar. I switched to Channel 8 and watched Channel 8, the CBS affiliate here in San Diego, and I swear, this piece on Del Mar ran 13 times in 2.5, 3 hours. It seemed like every rotation coming out of a break, they continued to run it and run it and run it. The media has not been favorable to California racing, and we are up against it. And when you have radio programs just of this nature right here that have promoted racing from the outset, I mean, I love this game. I love the people in the game. I see how these people treat their horses. And quite frankly, they treat their horses better than they treat themselves. Oscar De La Torre, what message can we send today to the people that are listening to this radio program, and how can we joint venture, you with your work involved and us being a vehicle and a platform to get your message out there? How can we enhance the game of thoroughbred horse racing?
People to respond, in the blogs, whenever there's a news story, if you have an opportunity to make a comment, to correct the record, I think that's real important that we speak out. We have the opportunity right now to speak out. There's a lot of attention on horse racing, so there's a lot of knowledge that we have, horsemen and horsewomen who are living this life. This is a lifestyle. This is not just a job. This is a culture, And so people have to stand up to defend, this way of life. And we're doing it in front of the racetrack right now at Del Mar. We're going to be there this morning from 10:30 to 12:30. We invite everyone to come out. And as we return to Santa Anita, we'll be out there as well. So we're going to continue to meet wherever the protesters are, the animal rights extremists. We're going to be there to counter their false narrative, and we're going to confront them, at every turn. And this is the time that we have to do this. We have to stand up and speak out and fight for ourselves. Because if the other side gets their way, we will end up banning an industry that provides many jobs and supports many lives. And so that's worth fighting for. So we hope that everybody joins us. But this is a time to be vocal, to speak out, and to be vigilant. For sure.
I agree. I agree. And, if you can't be, out there and, showing support, when you pass them wherever they are, when you come onto the track, beep your horn to show them support. Early on, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I was driving to the Breeders' Cup, and early in the morning, it must have been 6:45, 7 o'clock. I went by Santa Anita and I saw the congregation starting to fill, and who other than Dallas Keene was out there getting ready to show his support. You know, his lovely wife, Donna Keene, has been so supportive of rescue groups and horses and being able to do the right thing. I think we have an opportunity and we have due diligence here to support this game. I believe, for one, that we have made the reforms. You know, we have looked into making this game better. I mean, we've reduced the Lasix from 10cc to 5cc. We've been having these horses vetted once, twice. No race day medication. On the day of the races, they're still vetted to making sure. We went 21 out of 22 races at the Breeders' Cup with is almost being perfect, and they just want to talk about the one negative that happened on 2 days of almost perfect racing. And so we have no window of error any longer. We have no margin. We have to fight and we have to stay united, and I think we're going to do that. If we have people like Oscar De La Torre and Donna Barton Brothers and Larry Zapp and Toby Terrell and yours truly all coming together fighting the evils, because they are trying to punk you and they are trying to punk us, and they think that they could overhaul and tramp on this industry at will. Well, they can't. And I've taken a lot of heat of having Kathy B being on the radio program tomorrow. Kathy G, I should say. And I want to tell you, there's 3 questions I want to ask her. And I can't wait to ask her because I need to have her answer in regard. Because we care about this game, and this game has a lot of growth. We have problems. We're looking into activating and rectifying those problems. And what more can we possibly do? You tell me. But Oscar, thank you very much. I want to assure you that you have carte blanche. You have carte blanche on this radio program at any time that you need to come on to get your message. Please, you have an open invitation 24/7, 365 days a year to come on this radio program and get your message out.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And God bless everybody. Time for us to be united, and let's fight the good fight to save this industry and protect this industry that provides so much good for so many Californians and also many Americans.
You are a good man, my friend. Oscar De La Torre has been our guest. He's a horseman activist, backstretch organizer, really has fought the fight, and I mean literally fought the fight because or fought the fight, I should say, as you know, they have they've flexed their muscles here a couple times, and they got a little aggressive. They wouldn't get aggressive with me being out there. I assure you that. They put their hands on me. They're going down. I don't care what it takes. I've already notified my bell bondsman. Told them, hey, look, you know, if I go out to one of these things and they get smart, because they have no idea. They can only try to press what they believe onto the public. And quite frankly, the public has been brainwashed because of the repetitions of negativity that have been just given to them. Toby Terrell with us? Not yet. Larry Zapp is back with us. And did you finish your coffee? And did you finish your Danish? Where are you? Where are you now? Are you still at the coffee shop over there at the Starbucks? Or where are you?
Yeah, I'm out. I'm in the Whole Foods right now.
I love that place.
And I'm telling you right now, Oscar, his composure is the key. Donna Barton Brothers, her composure and her intelligence and her facts are the key. And, you know, you say brainwash. I say condition. I know you're going to have a lot to talk about this tomorrow, but there are people with that 13, the same story runs 13 times in 2 hours. They're being conditioned just to hit no if it ever makes it to ballot. And it's unfortunate because the disconnect between human and horse outside of our own industry is so tremendous that people just don't understand. Horses are born and bred to run, and they're going to run with with or without somebody on your back, and you're going to suffer skeletal injuries, like Donna poignantly points out in her blog. That everybody, if you go to my Twitter, Larry Zappi, it just says read this, and hit it, and you'll see Donna's entire blog, and it's worth reading, especially if you're going to listen to Donna speak tomorrow. And I can't wait for you. I'm not proving anything about PETA getting any representation, but you're a fair guy, so I'm sure you'll ask the right questions. But they are evil with a tremendous kill rate of animals, innocent animals, and they don't want anybody to domesticize any animals. And we'll get off the subject today, but Oscar was magnificent, and thank you for bringing him on, Felix.
You're welcome. You know, my point is this, is that, okay, is there anything that racing has done that's good? I mean, look, they went in, they created some reforms, they've changed some regulations and measures, and nothing has been said about it. They went 3 or 4 weeks, Santanito, without any catastrophes, any breakdowns. Nothing was ever said. They only come out when there's a problem. Doesn't Santa Anita deserve some credit? Don't they deserve the credit for them to at least listen and make some changes? Toby Terrell joins us here at 9:46. Double T, my brother. Top of the morning. How are you?
Doing great, Felix. And the answer to your question is yes. Yes, they definitely do deserve a lot of credit. I'm standing here right now in a magnificent restaurant called the Front Runner, which has the best view in all of racing, bar none. I mean, this is just magnificent. Terrific improvement. And the list goes way, way on from there. As you walk this facility head to toe, you can see magnificent improvements that have been made to this plant on a big, probably $100 million level. You put that, drop that right into the backdrop that I'm looking at right now with the majestic San Gabriel Mountains, and you have a recipe that can run to the stars. So there's so much on the line here for us to get it right. But like you were outlining, when somebody's just going to wait and accentuate and glorify and sensationalize basically reality, that's a tough fight to win. So we have to be very careful and very intelligent the way we craft our defense, and that is the key, I believe, to where we are right now.
Yeah, Tobe, you're right, 100%. You know, remember we did the 3-hour broadcast and we talked about what was needed, and somebody brought that to my attention this week that, that was one of the best productions that we ever did from WS Radio. Now, let me say this. We have been positive no matter what the situation has been because we believe in California racing. I personally this week have been attacked. I've been attacked because I brought the enemy aboard. And you know what? I want to interview the enemy. I want to ask 3 questions. That's all my agenda is. Ask 3 questions. I want answers on it because I believe they are important questions. If anybody has any question about my loyalty and love for this sport, then I want to tell you something. You haven't been listening to any one of our shows, and you've never listened to any one of the 24 years that I've been doing this radio program, because I believe in this industry and I love this game. I've been on the backstretch. I see the love, the attention, the protection, the nurturing of these backstretch workers who give their all to make a horse's life better. And boy, I want to tell you something. I could recall this summer where a horse was a little bit ill, and I remember walking down the shed row, and I saw one of the workers laying in the hay rubbing this horse's head. And I'll tell you, I should have taken a picture of that and put that out there because that was indicative of what they do for these horses and how they feel. These people are committed, and I've always said these people are much better. They take care of their horses much better than perhaps they might have taken care of themselves. But Toby Terrell, you're up there at Santa Anita. We're in the second week of racing here at Del Mar. Anything special that you want to release to our fans here in regard to the racing action? We've got a maiden claiming race going the distance of a mile in the fourth race. We have a claiming race in the fifth. The sixth race here on the card happens to be 6.5 furlongs. So you're getting a full run of maidens here at Del Mar. What do you have for us, Toby?
Yeah, I really like this card. I like it a lot. You mentioned a good bunch of maiden races mixed in with a feature race that I really am anticipating. The Bob Hope Stakes, race number 8, grade 3 event here, and Bob Baffert had 2 horses entered. His other horse, 1,000 Words, will not go into the starting gate today. He wants to wait on that horse to get him prepped a little bit differently to run further, I believe. Of course, everybody has 2020's Kentucky Derby on their mind whenever they have a 2-year-old getting ready to turn 3 at this time of year, and his main focus for 1,000 Words will be that Derby Trail, according to Baffert, and took quite a remarkable run. He is looking for his 10th win in this race, which was formerly the Hollywood Preview, now the Bob Hope. So he's looking for his 10th win today, and I think he's going to get it with his other horse, High Velocity. This is a horse I've been watching train here very seriously at Santa Anita, and he is improving, getting bigger and stronger and kind of imposing as he has been just dwarfing his stablemates of late in some very nice workouts. So I'm looking forward to the feature, Felix. The race number 8 here with High Velocity. The maiden races you're talking about do begin in race 4, and longtime veteran trainer Howard Zucker of Crafty CT fame, the Grether family. Arno and Carl Grether, longtime California racing big-time supporters. Howie Zucker is still on the scene, and I hope he gets a win here with number 7, Starship Chewy, who I believe he has spotted to win.
All right, with Jose Valdivia back in the Southland here, back in California. So we welcome Jose Valdivia Jr. back to California. And we learned a couple things yesterday or during the week. We learned that Martin Garcia and Kent DeSormo are moving their tack out of California. And we also learned that there's no racing this Thursday coming up at Del Mar. It will resume on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday leading up to the third week. Zapper, do you got a best bet on this card today? Zapper, are you there, brother? I guess he's not there. Where is Zapper, Toby Terrell, when we ask him for his best bet?
You know, one thing about Zapper is he's very easily distracted. And when he's got the awesome Amanda around him, he gets more distracted.
Yeah, I got you. Hey, Tobe, you know, we're going to be talking about this tomorrow because we can go a lot of different ways. And quite frankly, I got about 12 texts already this morning, and people are responding, and several emails as well. And I appreciate those listeners. By the way, some of the trolls that have attacked me, I would bet they never listen to this radio program, but they want to voice their opinion. But if that response has prompted them to listen to this radio program, then all is well. But Madeline Arbuck resigned from the California Horse Racing Board this week. And we've seen a lot of changes that are becoming apparent within that realm of the structuring governing party of California racing. Can you give me one more second, Wade? Thank you very much. Fravel. Fravel, named for Craig Fravel, who's going to be the head of racing at the Stronach Group. He left the Breeders' Cup to become the member of the Stronach Group, and rightly so. I think is a great addition because he understands it. He understands California racing because he's been at Del Mar for 20 plus years. But Fravel and Richard Mandela, what do you think in regard?
That horse, you're talking about the horse, Felix Fravel. That horse, to me, is still kind of green. He has never really changed gears yet, and he would really have to improve still for me to believe he's ready to win.
All right, Toby. We are winding down here. We are getting ready to. We'll talk a little bit about it more tomorrow. But have yourself a great day, and we will talk with you then.
All right, Felix.
All right. Want to thank Oscar De La Torre for being with us. We'll want to thank Larry Zapp, Tommy D, Toby Terrell, Wade Taylor. You're listening to Track Talk. We'll see you in the morning tomorrow. Have a great day at Del Mar. Until then, adios.
Have you tried DRF Formulator PPs at DRF.com? Take your handicapping to the next level with premium features not found in DRF Classic PPs, including one-click access to complete race charts, full-screen video replays with both standard and head-on views, add your notes for a card, horse, or trip, and access from any device. View Timeform US pace figures, get customized printing options, and so much more. Try DRF Formulator PPs today at DRF.com/PPs.
Hi, everyone. Felix Taverna for Rough and Ready Moving and Storage. From down the street to across the country, if your move is too tough, you call Rough. That's my man, John Ruff, R-U-F-F, Rough and Ready Moving and Storage. Local or cross-country, military moves, corporate relocations, packaging, storage, they have it all in the Temecula Valley. That's roughandreadymoving.com. That's Rough and Ready, R-U-F-F, and readymoving.com. When you talk about San Diego legends, you got to talk about Big John at Tip Top Meats, a European delicatessen unlike anything in San Diego. You know, it's located in Carlsbad, and traditionally, it's been a fan favorite for many. Big John does it right. With the holiday season just around the corner, it's your best bet. Big John, Tip Top Meats, and top shelf fish. I mean, that's a daily double. You've been there, you know, it's legendary. The most trusted information provider in horse racing is now the leading logic in sports handicapping. The daily racing form has launched DRF Sports. Visit sports.drf.com to learn more and get the edge you need to win big. Access their exclusive database of trends and powerful angles for just $5 per week. And if you use promo code PENNY, you'll get your first week for just 1 cent. Visit sports.drf.com today. Hi, this is Felix Taverna, and I'm here to share with you a great place to begin your day, and that is the Broken Yoke Cafe. 15 San Diego locations to serve you. Downtown, Mission Valley, Bonita, East Lake, San Diego State, Point Loma, Mira Mesa, Del Mar, La Costa, Escondido, Oceanside, San Marcos, and Rancho San Diego. Benedict's, omelets, French toast, crepes, pancakes and waffles, sandwiches, wraps, burgers, soups, and salads. Start your day at the Broken Yoke Cafe.